Hello, Awakened Intuitives. Let's see if I can move you a little bit more. Maybe. Okay. Welcome to any new Awakened Intuitives. Natalie here. I am back for Libra and for the Mercury Retrograde. So it took me a few days, but I had a visitor, my dad, so it was really good. I hope you're all doing well. I know we just had the lunar eclipse, full moon in Scorpio, blood moon, slash spring flower moon. And so that was amazing. And I did a reading on that. But if you want to know more about the Mercury retrograde and what signs it is in, more about the information of shadow periods, the effects, after effects, anything like that, I did do an intro video for the Mercury retrograde, which I will link in the description below. And so I want to do this for Libra. It's Libra time. And how will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect parts of your life and what you can do about it? So I've got my sage going and sweetgrass going, and I will do a prayer and my singing bowl. And so we will get started. And here we go. Divine protectors, ancestors of the light, I want to thank you for us being able to be here, to build these connections, to be able to do this, be able to connect with you and bring clarity and knowledge and connections and unconditional love and good positive energy, love and light. Unconditional love is so important. And so I ask that you'll please bring in others that have unconditional love and positive, loving energy and care, empathy, sympathy, and all the positivity in the world, that have good intentions, and that we will be able to support each other through tough times and good times as well, through you, Divine. And I want to thank you for the abilities and the tools that you've blessed each of us with, because we all have it. We all have intuition. And so thank you so very much for those. And I ask for you to enhance those abilities and tools within us when we need them. I ask that you'll please walk me through the cards, the questions, and be able to ask the right questions and discern. I ask that you bring clarity and honesty and help us be able to understand the answers that you give us to the best of our abilities. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Jophiel, Archangel Chamuel, and Archangel Gabriel. I ask that you'll surround each of us, of our inner and outer lives, with a blanket of your knowledge, of your golden ray, your purple ray, each of your pure light, with truth and honesty, unconditional love, teachings, abilities, and tools, and empathy, and just positive joy, love, and light. I thank you again, and I ask that you'll help us be able to build our connections together and enhance our connections with like-minded souls, and through you, always through you, Divine. So thank you again for everything, and I ask for clarity and knowledge for this reading. Thank you. Amen. All right. Okay, so now, let's see. Maybe I could put that over there. Maybe not. Maybe I'll put it over here. Okay. Oh. All right. Can I get it? Okay, singing bowl time. I am going to ding it twice, so you know, then I'll circle around it. So 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay. We need the right frequency to do these readings, to connect, be on the frequency we want to be on. And if you want to check out my reading on the lunar eclipse full moon, I did do a general reading on that as well, and I can list that in the description below too. So if you're interested. So let's get started with Libra. It is the 7th sign of the zodiac wheel. It is relationships. It is loving. Libra is always about seeking balance. And it is the scales, represented by the scales. And then Mercury is communication, journeys, transportation. It is air, feelings and emotions. So now let's get a blessing for you Libras. I have a Libra rising. My daughter has a Libra rising, and I have always been surrounded by Libras. I have a Libra brother, I have a Libra sister-in-law, and a really good friend that's a Libra. And so I've always had Libras in my life. And it's interesting how me and my daughter are both Libra risings. Anyway, for Libra sun signs, what blessing do you have for our Libras? Archangel Michael, Divine, what blessing do you have for our Libras? Okay. Libra, you've got 4. I don't ever get that. I think this is going to be really powerful already. You've got 4 blessings from the get-go. First, creativity. The angels suggest that you explore your creative potential now. Creativity is an energy for adventure and change. It may herald a new idea, inspiration for a book, an artistic vision, or a new project. Let your imagination flow. If you do not know how to channel the force, you may feel restless or dispirited. So ask your angel to help you to direct your creative energy towards something worthwhile. The angel wisdom reminds you that you are a co-creator with the divine. Use your power and wisdom and joy. With wisdom and joy. The affirmation says, I enjoy my creative powers and use them for the highest good. Oh my gosh. The next card says communication. All about this Mercury. The angels remind you that being spiritual is about being genuine and honest. When you speak from the heart, others feel the resonance of truth and trust you. Talk positively, focus on the good in life, and you will feel happier and healthier. Communication is a two-way process. Listen with interest and respond openly. This will improve all relationships. Just like Libra, okay? 7th house, Libra rules, and that's relationships. Interesting. Communicate constantly with source using prayer, which is asking, and meditation, which is listening. Always keep channels of communication open. Be a bridge to others' hearts and minds. Ask your angel to step into your aura and communicate in a higher way through you. Affirmation says, I communicate clearly and honestly. All right. Okay. Now we've got acceptance. Acceptance means unconditional love. This reading is going to be so powerful. It already is. The angels remind you to accept everyone exactly as they are without judging, blaming, or wanting to change them. When you are totally accepting, you bear no malice or enmity towards anyone or anything. Harmlessness through acceptance is a high state of being, and this is a difficult quality for humans to embrace, for it is a divine quality. Nevertheless, the angels are drawing it to your attention now. You are also asked to accept yourself. When you truly do so, you feel centered and confident, and your divine self is revealed. Affirmation, I accept myself and others. All right, last one. Archangel Raphael. Libra. Oh my gosh. If you listen to my prayer. Okay. You are blessed to attract this angel card, for Archangel Raphael brings health, healing, and abundance. He will help you to develop your intuition and inner vision. Call on him if you need help in these areas now. He also protects travelers during journeys. Are you kidding me? crazy. Mercury is journeys, travel, transportation, communication. Wow. Okay, so he also protects travelers during journeys. So this is a fortuitous card if you are about to travel. If you are a healer or wish to be one, Archangel Raphael will direct pure divine energy to you. He works on the green ray of healing and balance. So visualize yourself surrounded by a clear green light and invoke his guidance. Affirmation: I am happy, healthy, and abundant. That is amazing. Oh my gosh, Libra. That's crazy. That was so good. Okay, now we are going to move on and start asking our questions. And we will start in the first house, ruled by Aries. Oh, my battery. We should be all right. Okay, ruled by Aries. This is your personality. This is what you project to others and self-image. So, how will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect your first house of self-image, what you project to others, and personality? How will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's first house of personality, what they project to others, and self-image, please? All right, you've got 2. We've got 6 of coins, which is 6 of pentacles. This is like generosity. This is financially or tangibly like gifting. It can be like gifts, giving to 2, but this is generosity. So with your personality, your self-image, what you project to others, you may feel a bit generous. And oh, now you've got 5 of coins. That's interesting, which is 5 of pentacles. So you've got a 6 of coins, now a 5 of coins. This is like a countdown. So this 5 of coins, pentacles, is feeling left out in the cold or being left out in the cold. This is my winter card. So with your personality, what you project to others, your self-image, from this generous feeling, it may make you feel kind of left out in the cold, like you're giving and giving and giving, and you feel like you aren't getting anything in return. Okay, so what can you do about this, Libra? I got a new tray for my cards today, and it wasn't for sale where I went, but I asked if they'd sell it to me, and they did, and I love it. These aren't all the cards, but I love this tray. I don't know if you can tell, but I just fell in love with it. And then this is my other one that my mom got me. It's like wicker, like a wicker basket or something like that. I'm just making a mess. Okay, I gotta stop what I'm doing and focus here. Anyway, I just thought that was awesome, and I need to just reorganize and get them all set up to where I want them to be. Okay, anyway, so now what can you do about this generous feeling, like you keep giving and giving and giving with your personality, what you project to others, your self-image, and feeling left out in the cold or feeling left out? So what can Libras do about this, please? What can Libras do about this during this Mercury retrograde? And it's always about growth. It's always about growth with this lunar eclipses, with these retrogrades, Mercury retrogrades. So it's always about growth in some way. So what can you do about this, Libra? Okay, inner earth. Ooh, base chakra. That's interesting. Maybe you need to cleanse and heal your base chakra. Strength and security, so you feel strong and secure. And laying foundations, so lay solid, healthy foundations. Wow. All right, Libra, that's for your first house. So let's move on to your second house. Taurus rules this. This is your finances, possessions, material things. So how may this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's second house of finances, material things, possessions? How will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's second house? You've got strength. Isn't that interesting? Wow, that inner earth said strength and security. Now you've got the strength with your finances, with your material things and possessions. So you're looking pretty good, I hope. And it says on here, courage. So have courage, stay strong, hold your ground. And this strength card is a Leo energy, fire, passion. Wow. So stay strong and work hard. Okay, so let's see what you can do about this. What can Libras do about this? Needing to feel like they need to be strong, or pushed to feel like they need to have courage and stay strong and very passionate about finances, material things, and possessions. What can they do about this? Oh, that flew. You've got the Seahorse, equality. Interesting, Libra. It's always about balance. And it's a number 14 that adds up to a 5, which is changes and challenges. So just try to stay balanced the best way that you possibly can for good changes to come. Just do your best to try to stay grounded and balanced with whatever it may be. So, but that was focused on your money, possessions, and material things. So now let's move on to your third house. This is Gemini, communication, transportation, and journeys, okay? Okay, for Libras, how may this Mercury retrograde possibly affect their third house of communication, transportation, and journeys? Mercury also rules technology. So you might be able to tell now that we're in Mercury retrograde, even up to a few weeks before Mercury retrograde with shadow periods, things get a bit wonky. Okay, so how may this Mercury retrograde possibly affect your communication, transportation, and journeys? You have Ace of Emotions. So this is like a self-cup of love, an overflow of feelings, and this is usually really good feelings, a self-cup of love. So with your communication, transportation, and journeys, it looks like you're feeling good in these things, in this area. And maybe possibly taking a self-cup of love a lot with these things. So what can you do about it? What can you do about this? Your reading, I don't know what is going on, but it's going how it's supposed to. I don't know what is going on, because usually I read each oracle card, you know, and I will do that for you. I don't know what's going on with this reading, but it's like completely different. And I don't know if I should keep going or go back and read these oracle cards out of the actual books from the creators. After this one, I might for you, okay? So we might have to just kind of take a step back for a minute. Okay, so what can Libras do about this? Oh my, see what is going on? I don't know what is going on, Libra. Okay. Okay, What can Libras do about this Ace of Emotions, this Ace of Cups, this Self-Cup of Love, this overflow of emotions with their communication, transportation, and journeys? What can they do? You're not alone. Know that you're not alone. You are not alone at all. You're not alone at all. So know that. And isolation. Oh, so maybe if you need to isolate, like have your own sacred space and find that somewhere, do that. And it says physical connection and community. Very interesting. So you're not alone, isolation, physical connection, and community. This is within your communication, transportation, and journeys. And your self-cup of love, this overflow of emotions. So work with your community. You may need to balance this sacred space of yours and then going out in your community and getting that physical type connection. And these two women are like flipped and mirrored, and it reminds me of the Libra. Interesting. It's like more balance. More balance. Interesting. Okay, so I've got to do this for you. Okay, we're gonna go back to the Aries, your first house, your personality, your self-image, what you project to others, and you've got that generosity and feeling left out. And we've got inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. So I'm going to read that for you. Inner earth, there it is. Okay, and I'll hold it up for you so you can look at it while I read it for you. Okay, so base chakra, strength, security, laying foundations. The base chakra, also known as the root chakra, is found at the base of the spine and is the energy center that governs our connection to the physical world and all of its lessons. This card transports us to the energetic gateway that connects us to this planet and everything that we have learned during our many lifetimes here. We are being given a powerful opportunity to root down and claim our right to be on the planet. Turn the page. To claim the truth that ultimately we are safe. In the image there is the gateway below, a giant tree. This realm is called the underworld. This is a spiritual realm visited by shamans journeying to collect energies, meet guardian beings, and reclaim parts of their power or the power of others that have been left behind. Know that if you are searching for parts of yourself, you have the opportunity to find them and build stable foundations. You have the right to feel grounded, safe, and secure. And it says how to connect. Place your hands palm down on the space between the top of your pubic bone and belly button. Visualize yourself sitting with your back against a giant tree that is anchored deep down in the heart of the earth. Your message says, you are becoming fully aware of what you need in order to feel safe and fulfilled on planet Earth. Know that it is part of the divine plan for you to be incarnated upon this planet now. And although at times you may have felt unstable or that you have lost your way, you have been building up momentum to be where you are today. You are in a space where you can build powerful foundations, a space where you can lay out exactly what you need, who you need to be, and what you need to do to flourish and grow. You have the opportunity to reclaim parts of yourself that you've buried deep within and reclaim gifts you've abandoned. Interesting about this lunar eclipse too. It's like pulling up and digging out all those old emotions we've buried and recognizing them and working through them and releasing them. If you are starting any projects or are thinking about taking up something you've had on hold, now is the perfect time. The seeds you are planting are sending roots deep into the Mother Earth. You are held. You are supported. Wow. Okay, so that's with your personality, self-image, what you project to others. Now, with that second house of finances, possessions, material things, you've got that strength card and courage. Have courage, be strong. And then we've got the Seahorse equality, which is like a balance. Just try to balance these things And I will read that for you, the Seahorse. All right. Okay. Equality. Seek equality in relationships, in particular intimate ones. You will attract what you resonate. You can decide your future. Hiding from our fears is rarely a good strategy. It is time to ensure that the domestic and emotional labor in your world is shared equally. And the magic of the Seahorse says, like most ocean-based elemental magic, the keys here are flow and fluidity. However, Seahorse magic can be best utilized around issues of equality. If you want to be seen as an equal or you are being discriminated against in sex, race, or status, you can ask for the help of the Seahorse energy and receive balance and justice. See, equality, balance, justice. Try to balance these things out. Now, with your third house, communication, transportation, and journeys, you've got that self-cup of love, that Ace of Cups, overflow of emotions. And then you've got this, you're not alone, isolation, physical connection, and community. So let's read that for you. I went right to it. All right. Okay, the older the soul, the deeper the cave. Many starseeds and old souls enjoy their own company. Spending time alone can be comforting and necessary for their vitality, as it allows them to commune with their soul and fill up their energetic resources, especially if they have an underactive or open root chakra or find it hard being human. Many starseeds find it more nourishing to retreat than to spend their time in meaningless conversations and relationships. However, we must remember that we're not here to go about this life alone. Humans are pack animals, and we all need the love, company, and support of others, both emotionally and physically. In our increasingly online world, we can be connected to more people and yet feel more alone and isolated than ever. There's still so much we don't know about the energetic side effects of things like social media. With so many people knowing our news, what is it doing to our auric field? Commonly, we find ourselves in constant conversation, yet lacking the genuine connection of physical community and touch. The main message of this card is to step out of your cave and physically reach out to those in your life, to replenish when you need to but not isolate yourself. This could be seeing friends and family who live nearby or having a regular catch-up walk with someone. In what ways can you open yourself up to the people who are physically in your life, those you truly know? The Starseed Soul Inquiry says, how can you reach out to people in your life physically? All right, Libra. Okay, now we can move on to the fourth house of Cancer. Home, family, structure, stability. All right, now we'll move on. Sorry about that. Look at that. The Libra card right there on the bottom. Libra card right there. Justice. Amazing. Okay, how will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's fourth house of home, family, structure, and stability? How will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect? You've got two cards. Interesting. Home, family, structure, and stability. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. This is the dark horse, always wanting to finish the race. He's on the go, and he doesn't stop until he finishes. So this is with your home, family, structure, and stability. So you may feel like you want to accomplish what you need to accomplish and build a structure you need to. And within your home, family, structure, stability, building that strong, stable foundation. And the Pentacles is like finances, material things, possessions. And look at that, a Page of Pentacles, something new. Something new may be coming in. It could be financial offer during this Mercury retrograde. Something new, an offer. And that's interesting because, yeah, you've got the Page and you've got the Knight. So something new coming in within home, family, structure, stability, and then always finishing the race, the business, finances. Oh my gosh. Something new, and that can be a business offer. Within home, family, structure, stability. Interesting. So, what can you do about this? Let's find out. That is so interesting. What can Libras do about this? What can Libras do about this new possible business, new financial endeavor, offer within their home, family, structure, and stability? What can Libras do about this? Protecting treasure. Wow. That is very, very interesting. Protecting treasure. So protect everything that you've built and keep pushing. It's raining. She's under an umbrella and she's laying on this treasure chest. It's 39. Adds up to a 12, to a 3. Communication, transportation, journeys. Could be technology. Maybe it could be through communication, transportation, journeys, or even technology. Let's find out what this means with this protecting treasure. So protecting how far you've come, protecting everything you've built. So you are always protected and divinely directed. Although this is a time of great risk, know that at a fundamental level, you are able to move forward safely and securely. The proverbial nest egg is safe and sound no matter the fluctuations in the world. Guardian angels and other guides are whispering to you, making you aware of their protective presence. Your loyalty is an important theme now. Nurture that which you hold dear. This is a good time to strengthen bonds of friendship and ensure their integrity. If you feel tested right now, know that a true and loyal heart always achieves its aim. Take refuge under an angel's wing. You are not alone and have no need to fear. Embrace your courage. That's great. That is great. So that is within your home, family, structure, stability. That's amazing. Wow. All right. Let's move on to the 5th house, Leo. Love, amusement, pleasure, creativity. How will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's 5th house of love, pleasure, creativity, and amusement? Love, pleasure, creativity, and amusement. All right. You got 6 of Swords. This is moving out of troubled waters, moving to a more calmer ground. So during this Mercury retrograde, with your love, pleasure, creativity, and amusement, this may push you to want to move to a more calmer ground, move out of troubled waters. And it could be travel with your love, pleasure, creativity, and amusement. Well, let's see what you can do about this. Oh, okay. That's very interesting. I'm going to move these a little bit so I've got a little bit of room here. There we go. What can Libras do about this? Moving out of troubled waters, moving to more calmer ground, possible travel for some of these Libras, for love, pleasure, creativity, and amusement. What can Libras do about this? What can Libras do about this? Oh boy. Oh, there we go. There's one right there. Okay. Stepping through. That is so interesting. And she's stepping through like this lotus, about to just bloom and grow. Amazing. Let it flow. Let it flow. And it's 47. Adds up to an 11, which is Libra. It is justice, balance. Wow. Let it flow. Let it flow. All right, let's read that for you. 47. Stepping through. And look how pretty it is. I love these cards. Follow your heart, dream big, stepping through something that has been holding you back, the threshold, starting new projects, self-belief, it is all impossible, the road less traveled, trust, so that Six of Swords can be traveled, okay? Step in and step up all those dreams or projects you have been putting off. Now is the time to start, even if it is just one small element of the bigger picture. Although Just Do It has been coined by a commercial brand, it is one of my fundamental mantras. We will always have myriad reasons why today isn't the day, but remember, opportunity dances with those already on the dance floor. When you start something, talk about it. Take consistent steps to actualize it, and you'll see it take a momentum of its own. The right people, places, and opportunities will magnetize, and it will start to come together. Don't be afraid to fail. The success we see around us has come from perseverance. Falling and getting back up again is part of the journey. Focus your energies and commit to seeing your vision become a reality. You are human, so set reasonable expectations and know that when you apply yourself, you can make amazing things happen. Building a dream can seem overwhelming, but if you break it down and make a plan, you'll gracefully find a way through. You might be able to manage most aspects of a project, and it is great to have an incentive to learn more skills, but it doesn't mean you need to do it on your own. Whatever you are aiming to achieve, there are people out there with the tools, skills, and energy you may be missing. Look at the bigger picture and delegate. A mentor, people on a similar journey, or an accountability buddy can be wonderful supporters and allies. Following your dreams is fulfilling and empowering, but as it is often a path less traveled, you may need to plot your own course or invent a way through. Also consider what kind of lifestyle you would like, and know this may change and evolve as you do. What you can do or dream, you can begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. That's from John Anster, inspired by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Okay, the divinatory meaning. The time is now. No more excuses or tomorrows. Whatever you have been putting off, the universe is now pushing you to make it happen. You may feel a little outside your comfort zone, but that is where the magic happens. Take a leap. Combine your intuition with a plan of action. Break it down and trust a puzzle will come together, piece by piece, through the courageous act of making a start. Oh my gosh. Love, pleasure, creativity, and amusement. That is amazing. All right, so now 6th house, Virgo. This is your health, wellness, daily routines. So how will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's 6th house of health, wellness, daily routines? You got 2. You've got the Empress, Taurus energy, Capricorn, Virgo energy, which is interesting. And then you've got 4 of Pentacles. So the Empress is like the nurturer, motherly. She takes care of the earth. It could be Mother Earth, pregnant with an idea, about to give birth to an idea, or physically. So maybe some of the Libras may be possibly getting pregnant. Maybe not. It could just be an idea, project, or something like that. So that is the Empress. Very interesting. And this is within your health, wellness, daily routines. And you've got the 4 of Pentacles. This is like holding back. Holding back. So this Mercury retrograde may make you feel or push you to hold back from birthing these new ideas and projects, or taking care of your health possibly. Okay, so what can you do about this? Let's do these ones. What can Libras do about this? Feeling held back, about nurturing their health, wellness, daily routines, birthing these new projects and ideas. So You've got choose peace. Wow. Choose peace. Be gentle with yourself and others. Self-care time. Oh my gosh. And compassion towards yourself and others. Do those things within your health, wellness, daily routines. Take care of yourself. Self-care time. Be gentle with yourself and others, and compassion. Choose peace. Wow. That's crazy. Amazing. Okay, so now 7th house is Libra. This is relationships, and also it can be marriage or romantic partners. So how may this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's 7th house of relationships, possible marriage, possible romantic partners? How will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's 7th house? You've got the Strength again. That's crazy. That's Leo energy. This is passion. So you may feel a lot of passion during this Mercury retrograde. It also can be like making you feel like you need to tame the beast. But this is also like a balance too. And it can be the lion and the lamb. Strength and courage. Wow. It may make you feel pretty darn strong with your relationships. Possible marriage, possible romantic partners with this Mercury retrograde. Very interesting. It affects everybody differently. So let's see what you can do about this. Oh, come on. What can Libras do about this? I mean, all these are pretty darn good. Okay, so positive. What can Libras do about this? What can Libras do about this? The strength, this courage within the relationships. All right. Lemurian seed codes. You've got 2. And it says, embracing sensitivity. So be more sensitive with your relationships. Uniqueness, be your own unique self. And living with grace. We'll read that. So let me get the book ready. All right. And then we'll read the second one after. Okay. So the Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. Lemuria was a civilization that was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in ancient times. The inhabitants of the sacred land lived in complete harmony with the nature and had a connection with every living being. Similar to the movie Avatar, their inner vision was fully activated to the point where it is thought that their pineal gland was fully developed and they could see for hundreds of miles in every direction in a similar way to the sonar of dolphins and whales. The majority operated from their heart. Operate from your heart. Oh my gosh. Page does not want to turn. Okay. Heart space, honoring one another in nature so much that when their civilization came to an end through a cataclysmic event, most likely the plates of the earth shifting, causing volcanic eruptions and a tsunami, most of them ascended. It is said that these highly attuned beings knew that their civilization would end and decided to send healing waves into another part of the world for future civilizations to benefit from. They telepathically channeled their frequencies into a thought form that would become crystals that would be found thousands, possibly millions of years later. These Lemurian seeds are a type of quartz crystal mostly found in Brazil and Colombia. They are powerful crystals with striations similar to barcodes engraved on their faces. They have a feminine, receptive energy that is said to help us step into a more feminine way of being in order to help the evolution of the species. How to connect. Visualize yourself on an island surrounded by pale blue waters, living in harmony with all living beings. If you own a Lemurian seed crystal, hold it in your left hand, call out to the ancient ones of Lemuria, and invite them to share their wisdom. Your message says, you are a highly sensitive being. You might feel that this is a curse, but this card is here to let you know that it is a gift. It indicates that you have spent lifetimes upon lifetimes living with a giant shield up to stop the world seeing the real you. But you are a highly unique soul with incredible gifts that are worth sharing. Through embracing your uniqueness, you can help many others embrace their own. This lifetime is a more graceful existence with less defense and more trust. It's not about protecting yourself, but stepping into the space of surrender and revealing your true self. That's amazing. So I've always had dreams of other planets, of crystal clean, clear waters, and like the skies had like huge planets. I've always had these dreams my entire life. So now your next card is Halls of Learning. Spirit guides, seek your spirit guides, connect with your spirit guides. Confirmation, this may be confirmation, and then great lessons. So let's find that. And still, this is within your relationships. Halls of Learning. All right. Spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. The Halls of Learning, also sometimes known as the Great Halls, are an etheric retreat dedicated to spiritual knowledge. They are a training space for all souls, including those on earth, spiritual guides, and those between lives. They have been visited by many spiritual seekers, seers, and mediums over the years and have been described as a giant, somewhat gothic university building with marble flooring, spiral staircases, and tall bookcases. Some have said these halls are home to the Akashic records, while others have wondered if they are connected to the halls of Amenti. I can confirm that these are actually two different retreats. Ultimately, this etheric retreat is an ancient mystery school and is particularly powerful for those who are opening up their psychic and clairvoyant abilities. If this gateway comes to you often, it brings confirmation that your psychic gifts are strengthening. So much strength. And this is still within you got the strength card for your relationships. Amazing. Okay. Also, if the idea of an ancient mystery school is an astral realm seems familiar, there's a good chance that you've been here during dream time or even between incarnations. These great halls are held within the heart of Source and are a projection of the divine mind's infinite intelligence. When we visit them, we are connecting directly with the wisdom of Source. How to connect. Think about a challenging time or lesson you are facing and say, Source and wisdom keepers of the halls of learning, thank you for revealing to me the pattern, trauma, or wound that has created this lesson so I can heal it once and for all. Then listen carefully. Now your message says, you are on the path to great learning. Spiritual beings are drawing close to you to support you. If you are facing challenging or difficult circumstances or have just moved through such a time, you are being called to review what you have learned about yourself. If you're still feeling overwhelmed by a certain event or asking why it happened, call on Source and your guides to reveal to you the pattern, trauma, or wound that has contributed to this challenge. If you aren't experiencing challenging energy, the reason is that you've made huge progress on your spiritual journey, so much so that your perspective has shifted so that you can view every challenge as a window of opportunity. The Halls of Learning Gateway indicates that your spiritual gifts are developing at this time. Amazing! That is so cool for your relationships. Wow. Okay, now we are on to the 8th house of Scorpio. This is regeneration, deaths, rebirths, endings and beginnings, and it also can be business. So, how will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's 8th house of deaths, rebirths, endings and beginnings, possible business, regeneration? All right. you've got the Libra card. Yes, the Libra card. You've got justice. Amazing. Balance. Oh my goodness. This Mercury retrograde is going to bring you balance within these endings and beginnings, planting new seeds, getting rid of old stuff and bringing in the new. Wow. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. That is so good. All right. Well, I guess we'll ask, what can you do about this? That is amazing. Okay, battery. I know. That's amazing. What can Libras do about this, please? Oh my gosh. Powerful. You've got the Wolverine, fierceness, and number 5, which is changes, and that's Scorpio. That's the 8th house. This is endings and beginnings, changes. Wow. The Wolverine, fierceness. Be fierce to balance. Let these changes come in. Let it flow. Let's see what the Wolverine says. Okay. Fierceness. We should develop a sense of healthy fierceness. Right now, do not shy away from the things that confront you, but choose carefully how you act. You can be fierce but not angry. Loyalty is important right now. Let's figure out what the magic is of the Wolverine. Wolverine magic is to be utilized when you need real will and determination, when you are against the odds and you need a bit of healthy fierceness to get things done. Call on this animal's energy. Also, if you wish to have an energy witness to keep a vow or secret safely for you, Wolverine would be a great choice. That is amazing. Oh my gosh, Libra. Wow, I knew this was going to be good. I knew it. Oh, you know what? Our sage and everything went out. Let's see if we can light a little bit up again. All right. Okay. So now we are on to the 9th house. This is spirituality, mental exploration, mindset. All right. How will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's 9th house of spirituality, mental exploration, mindset? Also can be faith. How will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's 9th house, please? You've got the 2 of coins, which is 2 of pentacles. This is kind of like trying to balance. Again, Libra. Wow. Trying to balance, get in balance. This is like imbalance and trying to like juggle things. So during the Mercury retrograde, you may feel a little bit imbalanced, trying to balance, trying to level things out with your spirituality, faith, mental exploration, and mindset. So now, let's see what you can do about this. What can Libras do about this imbalance feeling within their 9th house of spirituality, mental exploration, mindset, faith? What can Libras do about this, please? This imbalance, trying to balance, this juggling. This is such a Libra reading. It's such a Libra reading. Okay. We've got, for you, we the Hawthorns, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Wow. Maybe seek Mother Earth. Get out in nature. Be with Mother Earth. It says deep love, birth as a portal. Amazing. Okay, we the Hawthorns. Okay. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hawthorns are here to remind you that you're a child of the cosmic mother and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing, and reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the mother's embrace. The Hawthorns know that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation, and of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too. To surrender to your sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the Cosmic Mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you're cradled in a sacred container, that you're more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you're struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of the Cosmic Mother, flooding toward you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. The Starseed activation says, place a card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. You can just look at it and do your hand if you would like. I allow the deep love of the Cosmic Mother to wash over me. I'm loved. I'm held. Wow, that is so good. This is great. Okay, now, 10th house, Capricorn, career, public image, social status. How will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's 10th house of career, public image, social status? How will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's 10th house of career, public image, social status? We've got the 9 of inspiration, which is 9 of wands. This is taking an action to build up a wall to protect how far you've come. Okay, so this Mercury retrograde may make you feel like you need to do this, or push you to kind of take action to build up a wall to protect everything you've built with your career, public image, and social status. Okay, so now let's see what you can do about this. What can Libras do about this? What can Libras do about this, please? This 9 of inspiration, 9 of wands, with their career, public image, and social status. What can they do? What can they do, please? All right. Okay, you got 2. The second one just wanted to come out really, really bad. So the first one is Storm Fields, number 9, which is a wish heard to the universe. So you can make a wish, pray, meditate. And the second one says Dragon's Lair, number 19. So you got a 9 and a 19. That is very interesting. But this 19 adds up to 10, which is fulfillment, a wish heard. It is, or fulfilled. That's amazing. And this Dragon's Lair is like your own sacred lair. It's like that, almost like that building of a wall to protect everything you've built. You're like the dragon of your lair. So let's read the Storm Fields first. Number 9. About your career, public image, and social status. So this tornado is like coming in and tearing up this like maybe faulty foundation, right? So this too shall pass. An uncomfortable chaos is surrounding you. Things that you've left unattended may be the cause of some conflict. Pent up energy needs release. Just as a storm in nature must break, for these events occur when the electricity between opposing forces stirs things up and creates temporary disorder. Not all storms are destructive. Rather, they serve nature by bringing rain to the ground and wind to the trees, enabling seeds to be widely distributed and continuous growth to be ensured. Just remember that whatever is being stirred up inside you or between you and another will benefit you later. The sun will shine again and new growth will be observed. Don't be afraid to shake things up a little. All right. So now Dragon's Lair. You are always protected and divinely directed. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. Wow, that's amazing. So career, public image, and social status. All right, now the 11th house of Aquarius. Hopes, wishes, friends, community. How will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's 11th house of hopes, wishes, friends, and community? Libra's hopes, wishes, friends, and community. Jeez. All right, you've got two. You've got, Two of Swords, difficulties. So you may feel like you're hitting some difficulties, like difficult decisions with your hopes, wishes, friends, and community. And you've got the Hangman, and it says on here limbo. So you may be feeling in limbo and like these difficult decisions on what to decide with your hopes, wishes, friends, and community. And I'll show you the Two of Swords, difficulties, and the Hangman, limbo. Okay, so let's find out what you can do about this. What can Libras do about this? Difficult decisions in limbo with their hopes, wishes, friends, and communities. What can Libras do about this, please? Okay. Life force energy. That is divine, 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 divine. If you need to pray, meditate, okay? Pray, pray, meditate, meditate. So it's a number 34. That adds up to 7. That is relationships. So we need to read this for you. All right. This one's so colorful too. Maybe you need to align your chakras, okay? Energy, mana, Aina, the rainbow spectrum, bright white light, Reiki, celebrating life, God force, optimal health, being vibrantly alive, thriving nature, conscious consumption, Eden, the body is a temple, bringing earth into balance, cell rejuvenation, the love of the land. What happens when you seek to maximize the life force energy in everything we do? Toward the completion of this oracle deck, I was called to visit Hawaii. I heard it is known to be the last remaining part of the lost continent of Lemuria. I went with an open mind and was sincerely blown away by the incredible level of life force energy radiated there. I am an avid traveler and seeker of high vibrational places, but had never experienced such potency of the magic, the main inspiration of my art, in every cell of every bright green leaf. I could sense the songs of Lemuria in this pristine place. I discovered I had been dreaming of this place my whole life. The crystalline waterfalls, rainbow-diffused skies, exotic flowers, and opulent plant life was so present that you couldn't help but see a radiant aura around everything. Aina is a Hawaiian term for energy in sacred land. It seemed to me that Maina and Aina are one and the same. One day when I was sitting on red sand beach, I had a vision of an overlaying dimension that spanned over physical world. This overlay was the God force or life force in its purest and highest vibration. The vision presented an array of objects familiar to this physical plane, from lower vibrational concrete, processed chemicals, and suffering-imbued consumables to the higher biodynamic earthly offerings in the vibrant lands that surrounded me at that moment. The experience imprinted the depths of my being, with the remembering that we can bring this beautiful blue planet back to its former glory, starting with our own temples and personal pieces of Eden. I realized that maximizing one's life force energy was a gateway to bridging heaven and earth. By aligning our choices with this higher frequency, we will naturally create more opportunities to ground this somehow forgotten light. When we know the joy of this life force within and around us and are vibrantly alive, we can't help but inspire others to choose the same. The divinatory meaning says, "It is time for celebration. Revel in the bliss of being alive." This is an incredibly healing card packed with luminous life force energy for optimal health and healing. It reminds you to seek joy and upliftment in everything you do, as much as is possible. Consider the foods you eat, the environments you spend your time in, the people in your life, and even the things you wear. Increase your awareness of their journey, how they came to be in your world, and their energetic resonance. Are they alive and vibrant? You may also be inspired to work with healing energies such as Reiki, or with the land, perhaps to grow vegetables. You are encouraged to joyously make your life a piece of Eden. As a result, you will shine with vitality. Aww. Hopes, wishes, friends, and community. Wow, that is so good. Last one is 12th house, Pisces. This is your self-undoing. This is unknowns, unseens, dreams. How will this Mercury retrograde possibly affect Libra's 12th house of self-undoing, unknown, unseens, dreams? And you've got the, Seven of Swords. This is like strategic. This is like feeling like you need to be careful with your dreams, with your self-undoings, with secrets, unseens, unknowns. So during this Mercury retrograde, it may make you feel like you need to be a little bit more keep to yourself, strategic, more secretive. So let's see what you can do about this. And let's do this one. What can Libras do about this for their 12th house? What can Libras do about this? The Seven of Swords feeling of secrets or sneakiness, strategicness, or being careful within their 12th house. So what can they do about this? What can Libras do about this, please? All right. You've got angelic assistance. Seek your angels, seek your protectors. Definitely, definitely, definitely seek the divine. Okay? You can always talk to the divine. You can always pray. Ask for this guidance and your protectors. Angel messages, watch for them. Watch for the angel messages. Ask for them. Observe your inner knowing and ask for support. Beautiful. So beautiful. All right. Okay, Libra. That is the entire, all the houses within the zodiac wheel. How this Mercury retrograde may affect each house and what you can do about them. So one last thing is we pull another blessing card to end this reading, Libra. What last blessing do you have for our Libras, please? What last blessing do you have for our Libras, please? Wisdom. Oh, wow. It says, knowledge is learned, but wisdom is the divine prompting within you. Your angel guidance is to connect to your still, quiet center and listen to the wisdom of your soul. Then you will take decisions and act from your own infinite self. With wisdom, life takes on a new perspective as dramas and fears become insignificant in comparison with the magnificence of the overall picture. Walk your path in life as one with the wise ones, and all will revere and respect you. Affirmation says, I listen to my wisdom. Amazing, guys. Libra, oh my gosh, this was amazing. I knew this was going to be so good. Please let me know how this resonates somewhere in your life. I hope it does somewhere in your life. And I know I'm Libra rising, and I felt some of it. So I really hope some of it resonated for you. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And I pray and hope you communicate with me. I love to see what you guys have to say and everything. And so I love you guys. Blessings and healing and so much growth during this Mercury retrograde. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, Libra. See you later.